Hello, everyone. This is Paul. Welcome to Common Touch of Fantasy. Thank you for joining me today. This is my September TBR. I usually don't do TBRs, but I wanted to do one for September because I am doing September self-published September. And this goes also with Underhyped Readathon. I want to read some self-published, small press books, maybe some books that people don't really talk about here on BookTube too often. And also, I want to read some of my ebooks. A lot of these books are my ebooks, and I just never read my ebooks. And so I finally want to read some of these self-published, small guys type books. I just want to get their name out there a little bit. Maybe you guys will pick them up, and maybe they'll get a following. Everyone starts somewhere, and writing a book is hard. And becoming someone in writing is even harder. Most of these people work 9 to 5 jobs, they have a family, and they squeeze writing in maybe an hour before they go to work or an hour before they go to sleep. So these people I have a lot of respect for, and I hope that they make it in their profession. But the first book here is what I'm doing for my September book club. This is Behind the Throne by KB Wagers. My September book club is something that I'm starting this month. The last Saturday of the month, I will do a live show reviewing the book, talking about the book, discussing the book with you guys. Of course, if you would like to join in with the discussion, if you would like to join in reading this book with me, go ahead and you can join in with the live show with me. That would be fantastic. But anyways, this is the first book in the Andronin War series. And it is about a woman named Hale that is a smuggler, fugitive, and the princess. When she is dragged back home to take her place as the rightful heir, she must figure out who murdered her sisters if she wants to survive. This is a Star Wars style SF sci-fi adventure from the debut author KB Wagers. This will please fans of James S.A. Corey, Becky Chambers, and Louis McMaster Bujold. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun, and it'll be awesome to read a book that just came out and to check it out. I'm really looking forward to it. The first book here on the self-published September side of things is Fae, The Realm of Twilight by Graham Austin King. This is actually the second book in the Riven Wired saga. I read the first book a couple years ago, and I really liked it. I did a review of it on BookTube here. It was one of my first reviews on BookTube. I'll link it below. You guys check that out. It's probably awful, but check it out anyways. The first book is about two societies, one that lives on a peninsula that has issues with Viking-like invaders, and the other society are those invaders. We followed a boy on each side of the struggle. During the conflict, though, the Fae are unleashed upon the world. They are like demonic little creatures that were said to be fairy tales. In this second book, the Fae begin their wild hunt, and no one is safe. Neither the Anland people nor the Bajorman invaders. An interesting book that has a monstrous enemy coming to fight two already warring factions. I'm looking really forward to this. Graham Austin King is a great writer, and I really enjoyed the first book. So I'm looking forward to continuing this series. Moving on. We have Children of the Different by S.C. Flynn. Because of a brain disease that impacted everyone on Earth, adolescents now enter a trance-like state known as the Changeland when they become of age. In the Changeland, they must survive the dangerous mental dimension they are in, where they are either emerged out of it with special mental powers, or they become cannibalistic ferals. And it is all set in Australia, and it sounds crazy, and I'm looking forward to this one too. S.T. Flynn is a guy that I talked to on Twitter, and he is kind of a friend of the BookTube community. So I'm looking forward to this. It's his first book, and I wanted to check it out. Next one is To Whatever End by Claire Frank. This is the first book in the Echoes of Amara series. When a married couple gets attacked, they get fractured from each other. Darrow, the husband, is taken captive, and he is getting psychologically tortured to turn all that he holds dear against him. Cicely was just able to escape the people that took Darrow, and she is now on a mission to save him. But will she make it in time to save Darrow before he turns on the woman he loves most? Ooh. What I like about this is the wife saving the husband, and I think that's great. Looking forward to reading this and checking this one out. So this is a fantasy book. And the last one that I'm planning on reading is Construct by Luke Matthews. A construct is a golem-like creature that is controlled by their core, and they are made up of the experiences that has shaped them. When Samuel's core is taken and all his 100 years of existence is erased, only to be replaced by visions of a murder and his own death, he must try to make sense of this foreign world, while for the first time in his life, sensing something he never felt before. Emotion. This sounds awesome. I like stories with golems in them, and I think this whole idea is really imaginative. I'm looking forward to reading this. This is Construct by Luke Matthews. These books sound amazing. I think I'm going to have a great reading month. This is what I have planned for the month of September. Let me know what type of books you want to read in September. If you want to join me with the Self-Published September, use the hashtag SelfPubSept, and you can join along and we can talk about the self-published books that you're reading. Thanks for watching, guys. Check in the description box below. I wrote a couple blog posts recently. One is about the podcast that I've recently listened to that I really liked, and the other one is about statistics with diversity, gender diversity. And I went through my books that I have reviewed on my site and looked at like how many women authors I read, how many men, and the scores I gave. And then I gave a lot of thoughts about gender equality and what it means when we talk about gender equality in books, and gave my opinion. It might be a little unconventional, my opinion, because I always look at every side of a disagreement or an argument, and I get swayed very easily from one side to the other. And I think that life is very complicated, and most of the time there are no like clear-cut yes and no answers. There are a ton of variables, and things get messy, and life is messy. And so, yeah. So if you want to read that, check that out. I'll put the link in the description box. Also, I'll have a link to all the books I mentioned in this Self-Published September video in the description box as well. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and add me on social media. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.